Hi, this is Kayanne, and welcome to my February flip through in my Hobonichi A6 daily journal. And I have it in my little Hobonichi cover with a cover on cover and an insert in that of my own artwork, which this and couple other designs are available in my Etsy shop, and I also have them for the cousin size and the weeks. So if you're interested in that, go there. And then inside I have the A6 Avec, and it's January through June. They do chunk up. I only have a couple months in here so far, and it's already getting a little chunky, not out of hand, but so it has been a good thing for me to go to the Avec and just have half a year at a time. I do kind of miss having the whole year together when it's all said and done, but I often just kind of rubber band them together so that I have the year as a unit. But this works out well. I'm loving the A6 size. In previous years I've done the cousin or an A5 size, and so it was a little adjustment to go small, but I am really liking it so far. So good after 2 months. So let's find February. Here we go. So at the beginning of the month, I usually talk about, some of the goals and some of the things I hope to get done that month. Just kind of, this time it was not so much a list as just kind of like talking about directions I want to head and some things like that. I use a lot of these are my own printables. I use a lot of my own printables, but I also use those of some other artists as well, and I will have those listed in the description below. I may not remember to point out everything through the flip through, so just know that you can go to those artists to find wonderful printables, and I have to say that is the most economical way to go if you're interested in something like that. Because just like even with my own, I know the number of printables that you get for a minimal amount per month is definitely much cheaper than buying printables sheet by sheet. Although I do also have those available on Etsy, and I know other artists do as well. So anyway, moving on. So we have Wednesday the 1st. I'd gone to a spelling bee. I talked about that, and then of course getting my collage sheets out. I usually try to put a picture of those on the 1st. I got in an order of gouache. I ordered some more gouache. My favorite is the Holbein acrylic gouache. I really like that. I like how it works. I like using it. The texture of that brand, the Holbein brand, is my favorite. And I'd ordered myself some fun colors, some extra colors, and I got that order in. So we talked about that. That was kind of the highlight that day. The next day I went to a bronze pour. My daughter is a art grad student, and she is in a sculpture class where they did a bronze pour, so we went and watched that, and it was really interesting and fascinating. I'd also gone to a figure drawing session in the morning, and finally figured out how that works for me, and I took oil pastels and just had a lot of fun with those. And then went to an art opening reception of an art show that evening, so it was a very art-filled day, which was fun day. Went to a birthday party the next day. Also gave a little update on how our building is doing. I carved I have got a new logo designed by Depew Media, and I decided to carve a little rubber stamp that I could use like in my artwork or just anything. I kind of wanted to put a representation of logo, and I've been playing with different color schemes in that, so I just had a little bit of play that day with that new logo idea. I put this picture of this chair in here because I had spotted it on Facebook Marketplace and kind of said, no, I don't need to pursue that right now. And another daughter was like, oh man, I saw that chair too. It was so cool. I thought about it. And then another daughter had actually bought the chair. So that was kind of fun that we all three really spotted and liked that chair, and similar taste, I guess. And then this is the day that I got the mailings, like the sticker club tier on my Patreon ready, and so I put a picture of what all they got. They get a postcard and a couple of stickers, and so that's in there. Also, this is the stamp sheet I used. I finished up a stamp sheet, and I thought these were really cute. It's the elephant's stamp. I do enjoy getting the different stamps that are available at the post office, the decorative ones. And then going on, I did some work for a coming up workshop, kind of an art field day, did some sketching. This is just kind of a funny thing to include this comic out of a comic book. I like using comic books. I think they're just kind of a funny thing to include. They're so, I don't know, add so much drama, I guess, to everything. I use some of my little art things, because I also got my collage packs mailed out this day, so I have this little mailing thing. The next day, this is, I had figure drawing again, and this is the piece that I did that day, so that's kind of fun. These pink ones are from my February collage sheets, so I used those. Just did some writing about my days. This was Super Bowl Sunday, which I'm not very into, but you know, it seems like it's very front and center no matter what, whether you are participating in it or not. So I made note of that. Did a little decorating on the page and just a little minimal writing. Not very much to that page, but there it is. Another little update on our building progress. Put a picture of that in there. And these are both, this was a printable. This is from a past printable. So that's another thing, you have so many sheets available to go back and use as a patron, and so there's hundreds of sheets available. Then this was Valentine's Day. This is probably Pocket Journal Pam. I know I love those little camera dates that she has. Granddaughter's birthday this day. Some artwork that I was working on. Often include that. It's kind of fun to go back. I mean, not just fun, but helpful business-wise, kind of to go back and see, when I made something, or, when things happen. Had a artist meeting that morning. This is just a picture of the sky that evening. Was beautiful, as it often is, but I actually got a picture of it that evening. Very pretty. This day was mainly about doing workshop prep, so I kind of filled up a big hunk with a past printable. This is by Pocket Journal Pam. Here, this is by Loveland's Life, as is this heart sticker. Had a workshop that day, so I have a picture of my workshop crew. They did a great job. Then the next day, just did some planning in our building. That's kind of what these represent. And measuring washi tape, which I cannot remember who that's by, but that was very suitable because we were doing a lot of measuring and planning. Worked on the computer quite a bit on this Monday. Had a church ladies night, which was fun. Did some filming. Got up kind of extra early this morning, so I used my little penguin that says Rise and Shine on there. And just talked about that day. on the 22nd is when the 100-day project challenge, daily creating challenge started. And I am trying to sketch and walk every day for 100 days. So we'll see. So far, so good. We're a little ways into March now, and I kept it up, so I'm proud of that. But anyway, this is the day it started, and I kind of talked about doing that. I also started some new art pieces that involve some paint pour. That's not what they are when it's all said and done, but part of the background involves that, so I did this little cup with paint pouring out. Went to a book club meeting this night, so I put the little penguin holding a book. And then we're back to another Friday figure drawing, and I put the piece that I worked on that day there. Just put various stickers in there to denote the day. It was cold, so I did my walking on the treadmill that day. This little artist is from a printable, as is this hat, but they weren't together, so you know, sometimes you can combine and layer those. So the hat, stocking cap's on there because it was a cool day, and the artist is because I got to do some art that day. The Saturday is just, I put a picture of the sunrise and a picture of some sketchbook wash painting I did that day, and a picture of my husband working in the building. And Sunday, I don't usually do this, but it's kind of a good idea. I put a picture of the thumbnail for my YouTube. I have a YouTube that comes out, like this one, that comes out usually on Sundays. And so I put a picture of the thumbnail of that day's video. Talking about some deadlines coming up, and just, you know, all the things going on, and also made note of walking. These are actually from March printables, but I was finishing these last days of February up, and so I kind of jumped in, couldn't wait to start using those. And that's where these are from also. And then just talked about the day. And then I have already started on, or I haven't started in March, but I have started on the monthly page, and then I will write some goals for the month, which I have not done yet, even though we're a few days into March already. So that's February, and I hope you enjoy this flip through, and I'll see you next time.